Hi, I'm Cash, and this is where I talk football. This is where I use my over plus 20 years coaching experience to break down goals scored in the Premier League. So hopefully you can either learn something to be a better player or a better coach yourself, or maybe you just want to be a bit more intelligent about the game that you talk about. Now, we're talking about Brighton against Liverpool in the Premier League. God. So you can tell by the lack of intelligence of football pundits and people that talk about football when they're talking about... I think it's McAllister that makes this mistake. I think he's an ex-Brighton player. But here we go, and we're watching the play progress. And this is called a pressure pocket. Can you see how the three are surrounding the one, right? That's a basic dynamic pressure pocket that they're creating. Now, you're this most overrated defender in the Premier League on the ball, and what are you spying? Your goalkeeper, who is completely and utterly out of position. So, your goalkeeper's out of position, and you can see this is building. What do you do next? He takes a touch, doesn't really look, and fires it into there, right? It's not really a great pass. There's not really enough pace on it. So the problem when you're firing, right, okay, so the reason why I'm pointing out this dynamic pressure pocket is because they're playing for these instances, right? When you're playing with what's called, these idiots, they call it a pivot. The player that passes the ball to the left and the right back. It's called a defensive midfielder. You wait till he receives the ball with his back to you, but he's facing his own goal this way, and you create the pressure on him, which is exactly what they've done. So they've set this up perfectly. This clown, most overrated Premier League defender in the world, Virgil van Dijk, on the ball, pays no attention that his goalkeeper's completely and utterly out of position, and he shouldn't be playing into that pressure pocket in the first place. He should have been asking for the ball immediately back or getting it here, but he doesn't play the ball with enough pace to get the ball back. Okay, so what happens is this guy in midfield gets completely robbed. Remember, the keeper's still out of position. He was back here a second ago. He was over here having a donut and a cookie, passing to the centre back. He was being a centre back. Because for some reason they're doing that, and then they get their right back and they stick him in centre midfield to overload the numbers, blah, 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 blah. But all of a sudden, the keeper's way out of position because the most overrated centre back in the Premier League has made a mistake, and they've got themselves a goal and they've gone 1-0 up. He knows he's done wrong. You can tell by his body shape there. And everyone's going, oh, McAllister should have been more aware. McAllister shouldn't have been more well aware. He actually doesn't think Virgil van Dijk is that stupid that he's going to pass him the ball. That's why he makes a mistake. That's why he's caught off guard. As well, the young'un that nicks the ball in is quicker than him. So this young'un here is waiting for this. You can see the space here. This is where the ball needs to go. 2 reasons. 1, there's no pressure. And 2, gives the keeper time to come back. 3, what really happens is when this guy then pressures, the ball comes in here. When this guy pressures, he goes in behind and they go out simply because they've overcommitted. They've overcommitted right here, and you play into the pocket that they've overcommitted on. In the summer, maybe when the off-season happens, I'll start doing more coaching videos and explaining how these pressure pockets are important, how they come about, how you actually can coach them, and why they set up to do it, right? I used to do it a completely different way than these sort of pressure pockets. I'd do it from the inverse. So I'd let the player have the ball, right? Instead of waiting to pressure with his back here and facing his own goal, I'd wait until he's got the ball and he's going that way, and I'd use my striker to come in, and all they're looking to do is not try to win the ball, toe poke it away to a midfielder who plays them straight back in the other side. Massively effective, because people don't expect you to be doing that. They expect you to be playing this way. But there we go. Let's get on to the next goal. Again, you can see this pressure pocket appearing. So they're cutting. See, here's the difference, right? Van Dijk would have played it into him and he would have lost the ball, because you can see the pressure pockets building right here. Do we see that? Do we see those 3 surrounding the one? Okay, so that's what they're looking to do. Now, in this scenario, this clown, Dunk, who's as bad as Van Dijk on the ball. Actually, I think Dunk's probably more of a solid defender. Ever since Van Dijk got injured, I don't think he's ever been the same defending-wise. He's probably better on the ball than Dunk, but not better defending. So this guy here just needs to turn back and lay the ball back. That's what he needs to do, because anything he plays now is into a pressure pocket. Now remember, they've got one here. This is not one, but this is one here. Okay? There's difference why. As they splash that ball, terrible mistake. All of a sudden, it bypasses everybody, and now Liverpool are on the attack. He should never have played that ball. Just should have gone to the keeper. Should have kept it nice and easy. I used to have work with a coach, and he used to talk so much rubbish, but one of the things he used to say quite effectively was, my team doesn't play into pressure. Yeah, your team never wins. They never lose the ball, but they never win because they don't actually try anything. That's trying something too much because he's in the wrong sort of area and he's lost the ball straight away. And then Liverpool start their counter. All of a sudden, though, you can see they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers up against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll take that. If we're attacking, and away we go. If we're defending right now, here's the problem. You can't go for that ball because you've got someone making a run in behind you. If you step forward like he's doing, that run is going to go in behind you. The sad thing is, you just kind of want to hold your shape and hope one of these two players comes back and tackles this guy for you. You can't overcommit here. And he does. Look, as soon as he overcommits, not only does he get beaten by the pass and the turn, the space double opens up. You know that thing I was saying about Dunk being a better defender? Maybe not. I didn't realise he was that. I didn't realise he was going to step up that far. I should really watch these before I commentate on him, but there'd be no fun in it. And then we go forward. Now we can quite easily look in. This poor guy, he's in no man's land. His central defender partner's got left him hung and dry. He's got no hope. Absolutely no hope. This is interesting though. Let's play this forward. Because as he plays it, the one guy dummies it and Mo Salah puts it into the net box. He must have got a massive shout. I don't know if that wee lad's been playing a lot or if he doesn't have any confidence from there. Maybe he's on his wrong foot, but Salah yells and screams and he gets the goal, puts it into the net box. Keeper's really got not much of a chance there. You're talking about Mo Salah inside the box. Yeah. But let's get on to the next goal. The next goal is a penalty, but again, we've got somebody playing into the pressure point, and that's exactly what he does. Boom, look, players around him, loses the ball. Oh my goodness, now what do we do? Yeah, obviously he's not offside because Brighton's players touched it, so the Liverpool player is not offside. But then let's see what happens next as it goes. Because I watched a bit of this game live, but these are one of the games I don't really like to watch. I enjoy the passing and I enjoy the tactical aspect of the game and everyone moving the ball around. But every single time there's a challenge, both teams are on the floor like a bunch of pansies asking the ref to help them. And I can't stand it. Like every tackle is two people complaining. I'm out. Like stop. Get up. Play the game. But here we go. Donf knocks it off and he gets pulled over. Now the ref doesn't call this. Right? If that's the penalty, the reason I'm bringing this up, if that's the penalty, the ref doesn't call it. Let's play go on. Right, hasn't called it yet. Play continues on. Then there's a foul. Right, now he blows the whistle and he calls a penalty. Now this is the interesting part. This is how bad the referees are. I'm bringing this out because obviously the referee's made a wrong choice. Is it a penalty? Yes. But not for that one. Sorry, yeah, but he's calling it for that one. Watch where he's facing. Right, and then he points his hand to where those other guys are. He goes, it's a penalty, not for that one. It's for that one over there. Right? Goes back on VAR, and it's not for the tackle, because the tackle wasn't a penalty, it's for this. Because the guy wraps his hand around his neck and pulls his horse collar back. Look, boom, there he goes, he's pulling him back, ends up choking the guy, pulling him down. There's another angle that's slightly better. Ultimately, he's on the ground. It had nothing to do with the other foul in the corner that the ref called it for, because that wasn't a foul, and they don't show you that on any of the replays, because we'd be pointing out that the referee's got it completely wrong again. Even though we got it right, because the VAR stepped in and said, no, the first one that you didn't call was a foul, mate. Yeah, but there we go. Oh, God, it's so bad in the Premier League. Of course, Mo Salah scores the penalty. No one really cares. Yeah, there we go. He kicks it into the net box. Well done. Let's get on to the last goal. Unfortunately, the camera angle doesn't really give the what I want. But can you see the 6-yard boxes there? And they're too far up. I keep talking about this space in here. You can see it's a little bit bigger. Blah, 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 blah. It's about there. Where they can drop the ball in and everyone is running to their goal. So they're going to score a goal on you. You're better off dropping back. And so when you're running away from your goal and you can clear the ball away from it. That's exactly what happens here. A little bit of quality, drops the ball into the box. And as he does, there we go. There we can see it. Look, they should be at least 2 yards deeper. Because of where this is here, you're giving them that space to run into. So they can start back here, start running, and then they can just run in and finish the ball. And so if you're in here, you can see the run, you can see the ball, you can match the two and kick it away. What a concept that would be. Doesn't happen. Goes in. This defender here, don't know who he is. He's absolutely awful. Watch his body shape when the ball comes in. Completely turns. Woohoo! And just lets the ball go past him. Absolutely lets the ball go past him. To be fair, I think the keeper could have come out and done something there as well. But next thing you know, it's bounced off him. Just hit him and it's gone in the goal. He doesn't know anything about it. Most overrated defender in the world is stood there going, oh my God, was that my man? Yes, it was, probably. But there we go. Made it 2-2. Overall, that's probably about it. They'll be fighting for top 4, these two teams. No more than that. But yeah, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.